This program is so different, it's so unusual. Nobody in the United States is doing what we're doing in this, like right now in this room here. I've gotten some really neat calls from different people around the United States. What are you doing in St. Louis that is so different? And I tell them about the program. It's so unusual of a program that I thought, well, if I'm retiring here shortly from this main job that I have, I'm going to do this to the day I die. I don't get paid to do this. I do this because I want to do it. I have to do it. It's a promise I made a long time ago. Anyhow, I've got to do this program. And I thought, well, if it's good enough, that if we get a good enough copy, a good enough tape, that maybe once I'm gone, that still somebody can see this program and understand what it was about. You got to know something about me, where I'm coming from. First of all, my name is Jim Keith, and I work for De Pere Police Department. But I'm in communications. I sit behind a desk, I operate computers, I do the radio dispatching, the 911, I make sure all the prisoners are okay in their cells and stuff like that. I sit in an office now. I don't drive a police car anymore. I'm not armed anymore. I used to do that a long time ago. But now I'm too fat, too short, too ugly, and they just put me behind a desk, and that's where I'm at. That's the main job that I have. When I graduated from college, I graduated as a teacher. I wanted to become a school teacher, and I did teach for a while. But now all I do is substitute when I get a chance, and I really don't get a chance to do it as much as I'd like to because I have fun when I substitute. The third job I have is the best job in the whole wide world. If I could do it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I'd do it, but I can't. It's impossible to do it. But I do stand-up comedy in comedy clubs. I go around the middle parts of the United States. I've been to Florida, I've been to Las Vegas. I like to perform. I like to make people laugh. That's part of my personality. And I thought a long time ago that if I took all those parts of my personality, the law enforcement, the education, and the comedy, and the fact that I am a dad, a real father, if I could put a program together that might help you understand it's not about crime, it's about what you're doing to your relationships with your families. I don't care about the crime that you committed. They care about that. I don't care about that. I care about what you're doing to yourselves and to your families. This is so unusual of a program. I'm starting it off with 2 questions, and they're very important questions to me. You don't answer, don't raise your hand. I don't want to hear your response. You just think about the question. When I go to schools and do this program, I ask the kids in the schools the same 2 questions. When I end my shows in the comedy clubs, I end my shows with the same 2 questions to the adults in the audience. Number 1, when's the last time somebody important in your life, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, somebody that you look up to, somebody that you respect, for no reason at all, when you least expected it, when is the last time you heard the words, I love you? When has somebody said something to you like that? When have they said something like, you're the most important thing in my life? When's the last time, when you least expected it, you heard those words? Number 2, when's the last time mom's been in a bad mood, dad lost his job, bills aren't getting paid, and everybody's bitching each other, in each other's faces, arguing and fighting? In the middle of that turmoil, and maybe because of you, in the middle of that turmoil, when's the last time you said, wait a minute, Mom, wait a minute, stop. Dad, I know I'm a pain in the butt. I'm a teenager. I'm going through different things. But you got to understand, I really love you, Mom. I really love you, Dad. When's those words come out of your mouth first? I get very emotional. The more emotional I get, the better this program. You will not, I guarantee you, some of you will not walk out of here the same person you were when you walked in this door. Some of you are going to walk out of here going, damn, I didn't know it was going to be like this. And I do use language. And I hope I do. When I do this program, I pick out a chair. I don't know who's going to sit in that chair. When I come in here and we set up the chairs, I pick out a chair. And this program is for you that's sitting in that chair. I'm talking to you. And you'll know it. I got to know some things about you guys. How many of you guys come from a two-parent home? Mom and dad are both in the house. Dad by himself, mom by herself. Okay. Who's being raised by their grandparents? How many? Grandma's taking care of you? Okay. I'm almost 62 years old. I was raised by my grandmother. I was born in 1943. You got to understand where I'm coming from. I was born in 1943. I have two older brothers than me. They're 8 years older than me. 8 years difference in age. 8 years older than me. I think I was a boo-boo. I think I was an accident. I don't think I was planned. It was during the middle of the war, World War II. I think I just kind of popped in there because that's too long of an age span in there. I think I was a mistake. But I didn't realize it till later on. So right after I was born, my dad took a look at me. He split. My mom and dad broke up. I was just a baby. So here's my mom. She's rather good looking. She's got two older boys and she's got a little baby. She wants to go out and party and have a good time in her life. She goes, hey, I'll call Grandma on the phone. We called her Nana. She said, Nana, can I drop off the boys for a while? I want to go out and have a good time. I haven't had a good time in years. I've been married all these years, so I'm single again. I'd go out dancing or whatever. Can I just drop off the boys? I want to go have a good time. And Nana, being the woman she was, says, yeah, drop them off. So she dropped us off. And my mom didn't come back for like 40 years. She dumped us on my grandmother. Now, my mother lived in St. Louis, but we didn't live with her. We went to her house and we'd knock on the door, and depending on what boyfriend was living with her at the time, we could come in, we could visit our mother. But she was not my mom. I'll say the word my mom. I'm just used to saying that, but she was never my mom. My grandmother was my mom. My grandmother, I don't know if you know anything about it, but she was a waitress. They don't make money. They don't make a lot of money. So my grandmother was always working. She was always gone. She was always working as a waitress. Come home, she was tired. What I remember when I was little is that my father's gone, my mother's gone, my brothers are 8 years older than me. They don't want to be around me because they're 8 years older than me. They don't want to be around your little brother, little sister. So they were always gone. And my grandmother was gone. She was always working. The words, I love you, were never said in my house. I never heard those words. Nobody ever told me as a kid growing up, I love you. I don't remember anybody ever holding my hand, hugging me, caring about me, whether or not my homework's done. It didn't happen. The worst part is I never got to say the words, I love you. Because who in the hell am I going to say them to? There's nobody there. Can you grow up feeling unloved? Yes. Does it bother you? I'm 62 years old. I'm still talking about it. And now my brothers are in the 70s. One's got cancer. I'm almost 62. We talk about it now. Our lives were screwed up. Can you grow up? Can you fight it? Can you come above it? Can you beat it? Yeah, you can, but it's hard. It's very hard. This program is not about crime prevention. It's not about what you did wrong. We'll get into that. Y'all still go to school? Good. I'm sure in your school you've had a teacher say somewhere along the line, you know, I really love the way that photographer or that artist painted that picture, or that photographer took that picture of that seal, the lighting, the composition, just the expression, perfect timing on that picture. I love the way that picture looks. Our teacher might say, you know, I love the way certain poets take words and put them together, and you can close your eyes and you can see what that poet was talking. You can see the scene. I love the way those words fit together. And you might even have a sicko teacher. This says, I really love the way numbers fit together, equations and scientific formulas and crap. Because I don't like math, I guess you can tell that. But you very rarely have a teacher say anything about loving you as a human being, as a person. Not anymore. They just don't do it as much anymore. When I graduated from college as a teacher, and when I was teaching, I would stand in the halls, and the kids would come in the morning and, Mr. Keith, good morning, and they'd give you a hug. That's the way it was. You don't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. And that's not right. And I know by God, I know for a fact, I've been in law enforcement for 35 years, I know for a fact, you're not going to be standing on a corner somewhere, hanging out in a mall somewhere, just being somewhere, a group of you guys together, and a police car is going to come by, or a group of mall security officers or mall police officers come walking by and they go, hey, you, yeah, come here. Come over here. Let's talk about love. It ain't going to happen. But it isn't here. That's what this whole program is about. Now that you know. How many of you guys got caught in a mall? Okay, that's fine. For 20-something years, I caught shoplifters. I was head of security for JCPenney's in St. Louis. We caught thousands and thousands of shoplifters through the years. And I was the boss. And the bosses from New York and Chicago would call on the phone and say, well, how many shoplifters you guys got this month? Well, boss, we got 7 shoplifters for the month of August. Holy cow, 7 shoplifters. Do you know Los Angeles caught 30? I don't care about their numbers, boss. The 7 that we caught were quality arrests. They were all adults. They all had committed felonies. They had thousands of dollars of stolen merchandise. We recovered some drugs and 1 weapon. And they were wanted by the police. These were good quality arrests. No, they weren't penny ante little bull crap cases. These were good, solid arrests. And I'm proud of my 7 arrests. Wow, we want numbers. We want... They browbeat us about having numbers. You're going to be whatever, you know. So I'd have a meeting. Okay, security people, off-duty police officers, security people, here's the deal. The bosses in New York and Chicago don't care about the 7 quality arrests that we've got. They want numbers. So where are we going to go to get the numbers? Where are we going to go to catch a whole bunch of shoplifters? How are we going to do this? And somebody will say, well, let's go where the kids are at. Why? Oh, because they're so damn easy to catch. Now, as soon as I said that, as soon as those words came out of my mouth, I know, and you know, 2 or 3 of you said, yeah, fat old man. I did it 3,500 times before I got my butt caught. And that may be true, but you still got caught. And the thing about it is catching a juvenile, tagging a juvenile is much easier in all aspects than catching an adult. Because if you catch an adult, then you've got to Mirandize them, you've got to go through the chain of custody on the merchandise and the evidence, take photographs, you've got to appear for preliminary hearings. It's a big pain in the butt to arrest an adult. On a juvenile, on you guys, if we're not going to refer you, we just fill out the paperwork, call your mom and dad, come on down here, pick the kid up and get out. Or if we're going to refer you because you got a bad attitude, you think you're really smart or something like that, and you give the guy a problem, okay, fine. There's some stores, they just say, no, everybody's going to go. Everybody's going to go. In juvenile, we fill out the paperwork, we call the police over, they take you away. Or they call your parents and they refer you to the courts. And we never have to come down here and testify against you. We never. In 35 years, I've never testified against a juvenile. And I've tagged a lot of you. I've referred a lot of you. I would rather not, because I think I can deal with you and your parents without referring to the courts. Now, if you want to fight me, if you want to pull a weapon or something, it's a different situation. Then you're going to have to go through the legal system. But this is the way it normally is. On a Saturday, on a Friday night, 3 guys are hanging. Well, one guy goes over to... Bobby goes over to Mikey's house, and Mikey says, let's go over to Tim's house. Okay, so 3 guys are over at one guy's house, and they're hanging out, they're watching movies or whatever, playing video games. Saturday morning comes around, and the parent says, okay, what do you boys want to do today? Oh, I don't know. Well, look, we're going to go out and do this. What do you want to do? Oh, we'll go to the mall. Okay, good. So they take these 3 guys, and they drop them off at the mall, and they say, be good. Don't get in trouble. You got enough money? Yeah. Okay. We'll pick you up by the Dove at 5 o'clock, okay? Be there, right? Okay. And the parents take off and leave these kids. And these kids are not doing anything wrong. They're just normal boys hanging out in the mall, looking for somebody from school that they know from, oh, there goes Jennifer. You know, they see somebody, they'll talk to them, whatever it be, but they're looking for their girlfriends from the mall, from the school. and they're walking down the mall, and they walk into one of these anchor stores. The major malls have these big anchor stores. They got the Sears and Roebucks, the Famous and Bars, the J.C. Penney's, the Dillards, whatever have you. At the end of these long malls, they got these big anchor stores. In between, you got all these shoe stores and maybe a Spencer's. But as they walk into this major department store, it seems like, it's not always the case, but it seems like as soon as you walk into these big major stores, you walk into the cosmetic department. It's all these glass shelves, all these old ladies with 14 pounds of makeup on them. They look like, we got to turn it off. And they walk by cosmetics, and all these old ladies are there. Oh, do I need a makeover? No, lady, you're ugly, and nothing's going to help you. But anyhow, as they're walking by, one of the guys looks over, and there's all these bottles of perfumes and testers, for you to try out. And he grabs that bottle of Chanel number 5. And his buddies are looking for Jessica from school over at Junior Sportswear, so they're not paying attention to him. So he sneaks up behind his buddies, squirts his buddy with some Chanel number 5. His buddy goes, oh, man, what the? Oh, you son of a... And he grabs a bottle of JD's, and pretty soon they run up down the aisles. I got you, you mugger. And they're having a good time. They're having a perfume war. They're not breaking any laws. They're just causing a little bit of a commotion. In the middle of this commotion, in the middle of this, is a 95-year-old lady walking down the mall with a walker. She walks down the mall. She walks into that big store, and she walks right in the middle of this perfume war. Oh! She gets squirted in the eye. She falls against a glass rack. It teeters, it totters, it teeters, it totters. It falls. Boom! Glass bottles breaking everywhere, smelly stuff all over the ground. Security gets a call. Major accident up by cosmetics. We go run upstairs. There's a lady laying on. She's upside down, looks like a turtle on the highway. Her walker's bent. She smells. Oh, jeez, you stink, lady. What happened to you? I don't know. I'm walking along. These boys squirted you in the eye? What do guys look like? Clerks, I look like every other kid in the mall. Big lawsuit, you know that, don't you? Yeah, okay. I tell you what, why did you come to the store? I came to buy some towels. I didn't want to get hurt. I just came to buy some towels. Okay, I tell you what. You promise not to sue us. You sign this release. I'll give you all the towels you want for the rest of your life, okay? Okay. She's 95. How many towels can that be? Okay. So she signs a release. We fix her a walker for her, send her downstairs to the towel department, and we go looking for the 3 guys that knocked her down. What do they look like? Like every other kid in the mall, they're gone. The heck with it. They're gone. We're okay. She's getting her towels. We're safe. We go back to our normal security duties. Well, these guys hang out in the mall for a second, and then they slip back into the store. Same 3 guys. And they walk around. They go to that escalator, that wooden railing around the escalator pit, and they're looking for Jessica in Junior Sportswear, and they don't see her over there, and they don't see anybody that they know, and one of them looks down and sees all these people working underneath him. And what do you got to do? What do you got to do? You got to spit. I've never seen some girl go, poo, it's always some ugly guy. No, and you can't hit your target on their first glooper. It takes about 4 shots to get that timing just right to somebody on top of the head. And it's about the same time that old lady go for free towels. I'm going to get some free towels. And she looks up to see what hit her in her head. She slips and falls on the 3 gloopers you missed with. Boom! She's back down on her butt. She's got her broken hip. Her walker's been all to hell. Major accident. Bottom of the escalator. We go downstairs. It's the same old lady. What happened this time? I don't know. I'm walking along. And we look up and see one of you ugly guys with you son of a... I know what you look like now. I got you. Oh, you're dead. Oh, geez. She's going to sue us big time. Okay, I'll tell you what. You promise not to sue us, okay? And we'll catch these kids and kill them for you, okay? You promise not to sue us. You got free towels. I'll give you all the washcloths you want for the rest of your life. And I'll throw in some of those little round soap ball things you put in your drawer and make all your underwear smell good. Okay, some of those. So, okay, but we fix walker for her, straighten it back out, send her to the towel department. And we go looking for you guys because now we know what you look like. You've hurt this lady twice, and we're going to catch you. Well, you guys slip out in the mall. You're gone. Your history. She's over in towels. We're safe again. The world's safe. And they slip out the mall. They go around the parking lot to the lower level, and they slip into sporting goods. I don't care what store you go to that has a sporting goods department, but if they sell sporting goods, they're going to sell basketballs. In some aisle, one of the aisles is going to be a basketball out of the box on the floor. And these three guys will walk over, pick up the basketball, bounce the basketball around. If they sell basketballs, what else they sell? Hoops. 3 aisles away, on a pillar, there's a hoop. Hey man, I got a big old teddy bear at Six Flags. I can do it. Oh, you can. I bet you can't. How much? Watch. Uh-oh. And the ball misses the backboard, the hoop, sails into infant's wear, where it hits a 6-week-old baby in a stroller. The lawyer's wife is pushing her baby along. I love you. You're going to be a judge someday. Smack that baby upside the head. Knock it out of the stroller. It's laying on the floor. Be riding little yellow buses the rest of his life. She's not going to sue us. She don't want no towels. She don't want no washcloths or little soap balls. She's going to sue us so bad we're going to hurt because we hurt her little baby. You hurt her. Now we're really mad at you because you caused us big, big trouble. They're in sporting goods. Okay, so we get out of sporting goods, all of us. Call in the National Guard, Marines, a couple of helicopter squadrons. No. We're looking for, they're right down there. Where at? They're by the hunting bows. Oh, God. One of these guys picks up this bow, 40 pounds. Look at that. That's nothing. 60-pound bow. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ooh, 70 pounds, camouflaged pulleys and all nuclear, man. And it's just pulling us back. And the brainless one that started the perfume war says, you know what? He picks up this metal shaft with feathers on the end of it, with 14 razor blades all glued together. I wonder if this arrow fits that kind of a bow. I don't know. What do you think? Well, let's give it a try. And he puts it in that bow. He says, you know, these compound bows are hard to pull back till you get to a certain point. Remember that old lady in towels? I think I'll take one of these. Everything I've said, we've had happen in our stores. We've had kids shoot arrows across stores. We come in on a Saturday morning. Do you see what I see? There's an arrow stuck right above infant's wear. Somebody shot an arrow all the way across the store. Luckily, somebody didn't get killed. When stores sell bowling balls, there's no holes in it. It's just a blue, black, green, yellow, purple. It's just a big old ball. We measure your hands. We drill the holes to fit your hand. So that bowling ball is made for you. Until it's drilled, it's just a big old pretty cannonball. 2 old ladies down by infants. 7'10". You guys got to run up the escalators. How many of you ever gone up the escalator the wrong way? Or down it the wrong way? Don't worry about it. Management does it after the store closes. Anyhow, you got to do it. It's part of biology. You know, they're coming down. You got to go up. You got a 19-month pregnant lady coming down that escalator. Oh, she looks like it. She got her belly out to here. She got 2 babies in her arms. Her husband's behind her with a stroller. Oh, I hate to go shopping. They're coming down that escalator, and you're running up the wrong way. You bump into her. She goes, ah! Down the escalator. You got the tread marks going down her face. She's going to sue us big time. The major lawsuits to the malls and the stores is not from false arrests or anything to do with crime. It is from accidents. That's why mall security and mall police get on your butts about don't run in the store. Don't trip the old ladies doing their walk in the morning, whatever you do. Don't hang string across the thing for people to trip on. Don't throw BBs out on the floor for people to spill on. But don't want you hurting anybody, and we don't want you getting hurt. That's why they lean on you so much. But then one day, those 3 same guys are in the mall hanging out. There's no old lady to beat up on. There's no Jessica to look for. And they're in the CD department. They're looking at CDs. The little guy's in the middle, 2 guys on the side. And the big guy saying, man, oh man, I love that group. You love NSYNC? Okay, just checking you out. You're okay. Anybody likes NSYNC. Anyhow, he said, I love that CD. I love that album. I love those guys. Well, if you want it so bad, why don't you buy it? Well, I don't have enough money with me, or I need to save the money. I can't do it. If you want it so bad, why don't you steal it? Oh, no, I can't do that. Why not? You chicken? Yeah. You don't want to tell a little guy you're chicken, because as soon as you tell a little guy you're chicken, he's going to say, well, I'm not. Watch this. It's going to be gone just that quick. You know your cases. I don't know your cases. I don't know anything about what you did, where you did it, or how you did it. But if you were with somebody who was 17 or older, an adult in the state of Missouri, if they said something like this to you, you carry it out the door, okay? Because if I carry it out the door, I'm an adult, I'll go to jail, okay? If you carry it out and you get caught, nothing going to happen to you, okay? Okay. Well, you know they're wrong because something happens to you because you got your butt tagged, you're down here listening to some fat old guy talk to you. Something does happen to you. Now, I know what the court says. The court says, when you turn a certain magic age, it all goes away. It all disappears. It's like magic. If you don't do anything wrong after that, nobody will ever know what you did. Seems awful funny to me that if you take a shot at the President of the United States or some celebrity, they're going to come back with some news saying, you know, when he was 9 years old, he skinned a cat, threw it on the train tracks, and he stole a bra from Sears and Roebuck. They always seem to be able to find that crap out. I know it's fun. It's supposed to be fun, okay? It's going to get tough here in a little while. Stores never destroy their records. This building here may lock them up, seal them forever. But stores never destroy their records. Not those records. I know for a fact Famous and Bars got them going back to early 1900s. So be careful. Your reputation's at stake. You screw up once, that's fine. Everybody makes mistakes. But you keep doing it, you wind up on the adult side, and really nobody cares about you over there. I certainly don't. I want to help you now. Now, the teacher in me says this has to be a learning situation. This has to be a learning experience. You have to learn from this. And some of the best lessons in life hurt like hell. Everybody in this room, I bet you everybody in this room has burnt themselves sometime along the way. You've accidentally touched a lit cigarette, a soldering iron, an iron. I'm going to iron my shirt for my mommy. Or you're real little, and you look at that stove on your tippy toes, and see that blue flame, or that red coil. Pretty. Oh, son of a... I'm too little to cuss, but damn, that hurt. I won't do that again. You don't do that again. You do that one time. You're never going to touch a red coil the rest of your life. You're never going to stick your finger in a blue flame. Not on purpose. You might actually do it again, but you don't do it on purpose again. And that's what this is about here. You did it. You burned yourself. Let's not do this again. So how do I do that? Well, when I catch you, when I arrest you, whatever you want to call it, I want the opposite sex parent. If I got a girl, I want mom. I want dad down there. If I got a boy, I want mom. I've got a young man in my office. He stole something. I call him Mom. Mom, this is what your son did. Da 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 da. Now, son, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to hurt you so bad you'll never stick your hand in this fire again. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. You just look your mom in the eye. Don't you look down. Don't you look away. Don't you look anywhere. You look your mother right in the eye. Eyeball to eyeball contact. You understand me? Yes, sir. You look your mom right in the eyes and say, I love you, Mom. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. She hugs him. He hugs her. I hug her, too, because she's kind of good looking. Everybody's hugging one another. Benefits of the job. I've never had a parent yet deck a kid. I've never had one walk in, pow, get up. No, that doesn't happen because I tell the parents, wait a minute, if you come in here real aggressive, now wait a minute. Remember when you did 55 and a 65 and you got a ticket? Yeah. Same thing. Your kid screwed up, made a mistake, he got caught. You got caught, what'd you get, a fine? Nobody beat you up. There's no reason to beat him up. He doesn't deserve it. He made a mistake, he's going to learn from it. You're going to have to punish him somehow or another, but he'll learn from it. Now, maybe on the way home, she's driving that car, and you're in the back seat. And she goes, you know all that loving that man talked about in that office? Yeah. Why don't you just come just a little bit closer to Mom? I want to give you some of that loving. And maybe she nailed you then, but not in the office. When you did your here's where we're going to talk about the crime. When you did your dastardly deed, whatever it was, however you did it, I know what you were feeling inside of you. I know what was going on inside of your body. As you got that merchandise hitting in your clothing, in a shopping bag, you're wearing it, somehow or another, you got it and you're trying to get out of that store. I know what you're feeling. Your heart's going dun 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 dun. And the closer you get to that door, dun 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 dun. And if it's an outside door going out to the outside mall, you got a vestibule there, you know, if I get through this door, there's still another door to get through, you know, and if it's nighttime, I can use these windows as mirrors. You know, I'm looking behind me, and there's nobody moving real quick behind me. I think I'm going to get away with it. And you go out those doors once you get outside the doors. Or if you're in the mall and you're going out of a store into the mall, oh, there's a metal strip where the doors slide when they close the stores. If I just get past this metal strip, this is the tile floor, that's concrete. If I just get past this metal strip, I got away with it. And as you get across, and you go across that metal strip, you go, I did it, I got away. And you hear the magic words, hey, you, come here. If you were scared when that magic words were said, and I don't care how they said it, excuse me, it seems to be a problem, could you come back after the store, la 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 la, whatever nicety they might say, I never said that. I just said, hey, you, that's all it took. You know why I'm stopping you. Come on. If you were scared, that's good. You're not a career criminal. You screwed up, you made a mistake, you got caught, you're supposed to be scared. If your attitude was like, what do you want? Then I'm going to refer you because I can't do you any good. And I don't think anybody else down in this room is going to do you any good in this building here. I mean, if you got that kind of an attitude. When I go out the door after a guy, a male, a boy, or a man, I know one of two things is going to happen each and every time when I made an arrest. I've arrested over 3,000 people in my career. I know for a fact, as soon as I approach a man, a male, one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to say, you're tagged, it's it, come on, let's go. He's going to go, oh man, and he's going to cooperate. Or two, I'm going, hey you, let's go. Okay, oh man. And he goes, and I'm out there, because I can't catch him anymore. I'm too fat, too old, I can't catch him anymore. When I go out the door after a lady, a girl, a woman-type female human being, I know one of three things is going to happen each and every time. One, hey you, let's go. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. Please let me go. I'll pay for it 3 times over. Please don't go. Dad, whatever you do. Please, 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 please. Two, you, come on. Go. She runs even faster than that guy ran. Holy cow, look at her go. Or three, she's going to beat the living daylights out of my little butt. I have never had a guy yet go, okay, fat guy, let's go at it. Guys are smarter than that. They know cops are probably on their ways, back up, you know, got radios, communications. I'm getting my ass out of here. And they go. Ladies, on the other hand, I've had my boob bit. I have been run over, kicked where it hurts the most. You women are just, pull my hair. I got pictures. No guy, I don't care who you are, bad guy, good guy, bad guy, cop. We had a big meeting. Look, here's the deal. We go arrest you, we're going to fight you, okay? But we don't kick one another between the legs, okay? Okay, cool. Guys don't do that to one another. We're fair to one another, you ladies. I had one big old lady one day. I had her between 2 parked cars. Wrong. Shouldn't have done that. Had her between 2 parked cars. You're under arrest. She goes, what? What do you mean I'm under arrest? I said, my keys are falling out, wall is falling. Please let me go. I don't hurt you, please. Wow. If you're carrying a weapon, my last arrest that I made was February of 89. 17-year-old kid with a .357 Magnum Derringer. That is a big bullet for a little bitty gun. If you're carrying a weapon, that off-duty police officer is too. The security guy is not. But that off-duty police officer is. I don't know any cop, and I've been in this business 35 years, I don't know any cop wants to kill a kid. That's stupid, don't do it. In 1977, my son died. He was our first child. And I remember the death process, from him being okay to him dying and having to arrange for a funeral. And I remember all the turmoil that I went through, all the horror, the anger, getting mad at everybody and their brother, getting mad at God, making promises I couldn't possibly keep. But I remember all that I went through. And after everything was all over with, I started thinking about it. I said, you know, if I loved him that much, I think other, and I'm just a regular everyday guy, plain label dag. I shop at Aldi's. I got to jiggle my toilet 3 times, stop it from running, drive a piece of crap car. I got cracks in my house, mice. We're just regular everyday people. If I felt that much about my son, and I'm nothing special, you know, I bet other moms and dads feel that way about their kids. They love you as much as I loved my son. But maybe they can't say it the way I can, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to tell you exactly how much you're loved. And you may say, fat old man, you don't know what you're talking about. And I may not. You may be coming from something different than I'm not used to. But if you come from a just normal, everyday home where everybody's working, trying to make a living, trying to survive in this world, just regular, everyday people, then you're exactly what I'm talking about. I don't get paid for this. I do this because it's a promise that I made a long time ago. But for me not to be beating my head against the wall here, I've got to believe a certain number of things. And I may not know what I'm talking about. I'm being honest with you. But number one thing, and I can prove this to you, if you use your brain, you'll know something I'll never know in my lifetime. I'll never know the real truth because my mom's dead. And so is my grandmother. But you were wanted. Your mother made a conscious decision to have you, each and every one of you. Your mother said, I want you to be my child. Because if she didn't, you were all conceived and born after 1973, you could have been aborted. In 1943, when I was born, abortions weren't legal. My mom didn't have much of a choice. We didn't have money, we were poor, so, you know, you just had kids. Today, you don't have to have a kid. If you get pregnant, I don't have to have this kid. So, somehow, for some reason or another, your mom said, I want you. That's why you're here. That's number one fact. Number two, for this to work, I have to believe in my heart that you were wanted and you were loved and you're a product of love. I have to believe in my heart your mother was in love with your father at the time you were conceived. They may not be in love now. They may be divorced. They maybe never even ever got married. I don't care about that. All I'm saying is, at the time that you were conceived, I got to believe in my heart your mother was in love with the man she was with. She was in love with her father, your father, for this program to work. As soon as your mother realized biologically that she was pregnant, she's walking around the house, whatever it is, somehow or another, that little magic angel comes down and goes, bing, guess what? You're pregnant. However it is that she found out she's pregnant, the moment she realized, I'm pregnant, I've got a baby inside of me. I believe in my heart she started falling in love with you. And she knew you were there, and you were that big. You were just you were just microscopic. You were so small. But she's already falling in love with you. And as you grew, she grew, and she scratched your belly because it feels so good. And she had great, wonderful thoughts about you. She says, you know, I don't care. I don't care if you, I don't care if you're ever a doctor or a lawyer or famous or rich, I just want you to be good. I want to be proud of you. I want you to do wonderful things in your life if you can. I love you very, very much. And she's falling in love with you. And you're getting bigger and bigger, and she's getting bigger and bigger. And you're doing calisthenics. Maybe your dad's down there with his ear against your belly. 9 months goes by. There you are. A little harder than that, maybe. My wife really gets mad at that. And you're born. And I don't know if anybody told you about it or not, but when you're first born, you're kind of ugly. And you're broke. You've got no money. You're a pain in the butt. All you do is go, ah! You're kind of like a little Tasmanian devil about that big. All you do is scream, sleep, and poop. You are just, but your mom still loves you. She takes care of you, she rocks you, she nurses you, she feeds you, she cleans you, she bathes you, she takes care of you, and all you do is, ah! She doesn't care, she still loves you. 3 months goes by and you smile for the very first time, Ricky! And she sees, the baby smiled. She writes it in the book. She calls the TV stations, the baby smiled. You only come out and take pictures. Sent a letter to the president, the baby smiled. And all along was just gas. Poof, hey. Everybody in this room has gotten sick in their life. You all heard it. They usually do this to you at Thanksgiving or Christmas. Oh, remember the time Tommy got so sick he almost died? Yeah, I've heard that story 1,400 times. I'm really sick of hearing that same old story all the time. Everybody gets sick. It's called biology. If you're born, and here's a biological fact you won't believe, you don't understand, and I understand it because I didn't believe it either, but now I know it's true because if you're born, you're going to die. Sooner or later, you're going to croak. Sooner or later, they're going to stick you in the ground or burn you up, whatever they're going to do. In that period of time, from birth to death, depends upon you. Sometime along the way, you're going to get sick. And for this program to work, I got to believe your family is no different than mine. Your mom calls your dad on the phone, hey, what? Baby's sick. What do you mean the baby's sick? Well, the baby's sick. I don't know what else to tell you. The baby's got some problems. What do you mean got some problems? Okay, tell me what the symptoms are. Well, he hasn't gone poop in 3 weeks. His hair's turning green and falling out. What am I supposed to tell you? He's sick. Oh, there's a lot of that going around. I hear about it at work all the time. It's nothing to worry about. It's no big deal. Just give him a shot in the butt and he's going to be okay, I'm sure. They're not really worried about you because, see, this is St. Louis. This is modern hospitals in St. Louis. Some of the best children's hospitals in the world are right here in St. Louis. Babies don't die in St. Louis. So they take you to the hospital, the doctor, the clinic, and they drop you off. And the nurse says, well, I'll take the baby in. We'll do some tests. You guys wait in a waiting room about this big. And we'll get back with you. So mom and dad are in the waiting room. They're reading the books. Your dad's got the highlights magazine looking for the apple and the fruit and the little spoon and the pictures. I can't find the ladder. They're not really worried because you're in a modern St. Louis hospital and you're going to be okay. People are getting up and moving out and going out, and people coming in, and people getting up, moving out, people coming in, and your dad says, you know, my God, we've been here a long time. What's going on? Why is it taking so long? Oh. Your dad looks out in the hall. Here comes a doctor. I'm going to go talk to the doctor. You stay here. He tells your mom to stay there. Just stay there. I'm going to go talk to the doctor. I'll find out what's going on. Okay? All right. Cool. Goes out in the hall. He doesn't know, but mom follows him out. Look, my kid, my son, my daughter, my child's been in this room for 3 hours now. We're sitting here. What the hell's going on? And the doctor says, well, you know, your child's got a problem that we were not aware about. We didn't know about. And we're doing everything we can. We're doing everything we can for your son. But I have to prepare you for the possibility. I have to prepare you for the probability your son's going to die. I'm sorry. And your dad has an out-of-body experience. Psychologically, I think it's just shock. Because your dad can't take what he just heard. because he drifts out of that body. And he steps over here about 2 to 3 steps. And now he's looking at a person that looks just like me. And a woman that looks just like my wife. And that doctor's telling him his son is dying. Because see, my son's not dying, damn it. His kid may be dying, but my son's not dying. I don't accept that fact. Oh, can't be happening. This is St. Louis. Can't happen. The doctor said, I'm sorry, and he walks away. And your dad goes back into that body. And he realizes it's happening. He doesn't look at his wife. He just says, I can't go back in that room. I can't go back in there. I got to go someplace. I got to be alone. I can't handle this. So they walked into the hall. Big window, wooden railing. And they stand against this wooden railing and they look out. There's the arch, buildings, cars driving by, people walking by. Nobody's looking in that window. And nobody sees them standing in that window. What are we going to do? I don't know. What are we going to do? I don't know. For one split second, for this program to work, for me not to be beating my head against the wall, I've got to believe your mom and dad are no different than me and my wife. For one iota of a second. That much. Okay, here's the deal. I'll sell that house. I'll give everything away I got. I got $50, I think, to my name. I'll give it all away. I'll work with kids for the rest of my life. Don't let him die, please. Wait a minute. Why does he have to die? I have stolen, I've lied, I've cheated, I've done everything wrong. He's just a baby. He means everything to me. You mean exactly the same to your parents. Your mother loves you as much as I love my son. But you said you're worth what you got caught with. You said you're worth whatever it was that you got caught with. Whatever dollar value it was that they said you caught. You stole a $10 blouse, a $9 blouse. You stole a $30,000 car. That's nothing compared to what mom and dad say you're worth in their hearts. They don't have that kind of money, but they love you that much. I know in my heart they love you that much. And you sell yourself so cheaply. It just kills me inside. And I've been telling kids this since 1981, thousands of you guys. And I know I got to a couple of you. I know I got to you. I know you're going to walk out here going, damn. Yeah, he did. And some of you, woo, right over the top. But those of you that got it, how many still go to school? Don't you love those school picture takers? When you go to school, you get those pictures taken? You love those school pictures? Going to send you to school. Get your picture taken today. It's picture taking day, okay? I love you. Send your kids to school. Send you to school at 8 o'clock in the morning. Take pictures at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Your hair's all messed up, a little bugger hanging out. Where does your mom get back? 1 5x7 and 42 of those stupid-ass little wallet pictures? This is what I do. I take my kids down to Kinko's and just smash their faces on the Xerox machine. I love you. Gonna get your eyes fixed one of these days. How many of you guys got pets? Anybody got pets? Who's got a floppy-eared rabbit? Who? Do you really have a floppy-eared? Or do you still have it? Huh? You have a rabbit. Yeah. Do you ever have one?
My uncle got a farm. He got a couple of those things.
Does he? I hate floppy-eared rabbits. I think they're the most wasted piece of flesh in human. No. See, we were poor when we were kids. We lived on 1319 Hickory Street. And we had a flop-eared rabbit. Well, it wasn't really a flop-eared, just a regular rabbit. We caught it in the alley. It stood on its head and pulled out its ears real hard and turned it into a floppy-eared. One ear was a little longer than the other. And I was jealous of my brother because he had this rabbit and I didn't have any pets. And I said, Nana, can I have... No, we don't make enough money. We can't afford it. That's not fair. So I went out and got soda bottles like aluminum cans. I cashed them in. I went out and bought me some tropical fish. Well, they weren't really tropical fish. They were minnows. Bought them in a bait store, but they looked like tropical fish. But we were poor and didn't have an aquarium or a goldfish bowl or anything. So I put them in a mayonnaise jar. Guess I should have cleaned that mayonnaise out of there first. Anyhow, I put them in a mayonnaise jar, and it's just sat on top. They wiggle. So I didn't want anybody to see them, so I stirred them up real good inside that mayonnaise jar. And you can't leave mayonnaise out, because if you leave mayonnaise out, it goes bad. It's got eggs in it. It makes you sicker than a dog. So I put it back in the refrigerator like it's supposed to. That's where I kept my minnows. And my brother came home from school. He made a mayonnaise bread sandwich. He killed my minnows. I killed his rabbit. I learned 3 important lessons. If you ever get a floppy-eared rabbit, okay, whatever you do, learn from me. Number 1, never throw them off the roof of your house. Don't do that. Number 2, no matter how hard they flap their ears, they can't fly. If you take a cat and throw it in the air, what's it do? Rabbits don't do that. They land on their faces every time. Sorry about that. I did get to a couple of you. You know I did. Why is it? See, I had to get you back out of that, and I had to get myself back out of that. Why is it that we've got to tell you we love you first before you say anything about loving us back? Why is it you're going out there, I love you, I love you too? When your mom least expects it, or your dad least expects it sometime, why don't you sneak up behind them and say, you know what, I love you. I really love you a lot. And walk away. Don't say any more. They'll probably wonder what you're up to. But they'll remember that for a long time. Longer than you can ever imagine. They may never forget that day that you said those words. Remember when you were little? Just a minute. When you were little, boy or girl, doesn't matter, and your mom was getting dressed, and she's putting her makeup on, and you watched her. She's the most beautiful woman that ever walked the face of the earth. Your little boy, I'm going to marry her someday. I love her so much. And you were little, and your mom says, here comes your dad. You go, wow, I can't wait. And you run to the door. Go away, your dad. And now she says, here comes your dad. And you go, who changed? You changed. Moms and dads don't change. Once we become moms and dads, we stay this way the rest of our lives. We rot this way. You're growing up, you're challenging authority, you're finding out you can do math problems your mom and dad can't do. You're smarter than your mom and dad in many ways. My kids are smarter than my mom. My kids are smarter than me any day of the week now. But you got to say those words. I love you. Once in a while. Okay? I'm done with you.